A highly anticipated new season of Portlandia is underway, and so is FX's follow-up to the hit show The People vs. O.J. Simpson. For more on these shows and what else to stream this weekend, let's bring in Mickey O'Connor from TV Guide.
What's up?
All right, Mickey.
Hello.
So we're going to start with Portlandia. I know people love that show. I'm not a Portlandia person, but I get it. I do get it.
Yeah, so this is their 8th season, their final season.
Yeah.
It's created by Fred Armisen from SNL and Carrie Brownstein. And, the final season is pretty much like the others. It's kind of an anthology show. And, you'll see that they're tackling a bunch of current issues in the new season.
Let's take a look at the preview.
Planned Parenthood under attack. Candace, now I'm angry.
Fuming. What are the rules about opening up a clinic of your own, like a women's health clinic?
Well, it seems like we need a medical degree, which I don't have.
We'll learn. I think it's time for the reawakening of Riot Spring.
Your band?
Think about it. I refuse!
I want to get out! I want to get out!
I want to get out! Are you mad?
I want to scream, but my scream is silent.
What is that like?
I like the show, and what's great about it is it's sort of self-contained. You can just hop in and just watch an episode.
Exactly.
And it's sketch comedy. Some of the characters are reoccurring, but it's really, I'm really sad to see it go.
Yeah, I think that when they spoke about it recently to the press, they were kind of like it felt like it was time. Like they had satirized Portland for so long that it was starting to sort of be Ouroboros, like the tail that ate itself. It was like it was just like. The reality was exceeding the parody, and so
I find a lot of shows are suffering through that in the age that we're living in right now.
So you're going to see all the same guest stars you saw before. Kyle MacLachlan plays the mayor. You're going to see Tracy Ellis Ross, Rashida Jones, a bunch of people, a bunch of comedy people that you'll recognize on the final season.
All right, well, I'm sad to see it go, but I'm looking forward to the new season. Let's talk about the new FX show, The Assassination of Gianni Versace. Let's watch a bit.
It's better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation.
Help! Get an ambulance.
Shortly before 9 a.m., fashion designer Gianni Versace was shot on the steps of his villa.
Pronounced Versace. Singer? That's Liberace.
He was a creator. He was a genius. Everything you see around us, this house, this company, was his life. I will not allow that man, nobody, to kill my brother twice.
So what brings you to Miami?
I know people.
Oh, yeah?
Versace.
This is a perfect follow-up to the O.J. Simpson piece that they did, because many people, I suspect young people will not know who Gianni Versace was and what kind of an influence he had on modern-day fashion. But this was a big, big story back in the day.
Yeah, and I think in the same way that the first season, which was about the O.J. Simpson trial, was sort of a good avatar for race relations in America, I think that this season is really good at sort of defining, gay rights in the United States, even as recently as the 90s. They talk a lot about sort of the anti-gay bias that was presented by law enforcement, by the media. Even within the gay community, there was a lot of internalized homophobia, because this is about a serial killer who killed 5 people, and Gianni Versace was the 5th one. And basically, the premise of the show is that, could he have been stopped? Could this have been prevented? It's a star-studded cast. It's a sexy world of fashion and all of that. But underneath it, there's a real message that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And lastly, we have a sci-fi thriller. J.K. Simmons stars in a new sci-fi thriller called Counterpart.
Yeah, it's a really weird one.
Okay,
you
let's
check it
watch
out.
a bit of it. I like weird.
Have I done something wrong?
Someone's walked in from the other side.
The other side,
Whatever you do, don't panic.
Hi, Howard.
Billy, do you have any idea how lucky you are?
No one gets to meet the other.
Other?
30 years ago, during the Cold War, there was an experiment. Something went wrong. They opened up a passage. When you go through this door, you come out the other side, you're in another world, identical to ours.
There was one reality, and then it duplicated. We share genetics, childhood. I want to know how you became so different.
Yeah.
I'm so into this.
Okay, so
I am into it. Please tell me it's worth it.
I think that, yes, I think it's really worth it. It's Oscar winner J.K. Simmons. When he talked to TV Guide, one of the things he said was that he loves this show because he's working with his favorite actor, because he's doing a lot of scenes opposite himself. And yeah, so basically it's about this UN analyst who works in Berlin, and one day he finds out that there's a parallel universe and that everyone has a double on this other side. And so he has to actually go to the other side and act as his own double, you know, for a mission. And so it's pretty cool. It has a good sense of humor. It's, you know, the science is pretty cool to see how it all happens. It's really cool to see how the people differ from side to side. Like, one of the characters is in a coma on one of the sides, and so that presents its own challenges. It's fun. It's a fun show.
Well, right up my alley,
totally.
sir.
And you know, my girlfriend hates this segment because she knows that whenever I do this on the weekend, I'm going to be binging all weekend long. Research, hun. Research.
Sorry.
Mickey O'Connor, thank you as always.
Thanks for having me.